Okay, today's topic in trading is patience pays. Patience pays. And I actually made a smoothie titled Patience Pays too, but me and my daughter, we drunk it. So I'll actually post in the thread the actual ingredients to the Patience Pays smoothie. So patience can pay in several different ways, but we're going to talk about two today. One, it could be in you preserving your own capital. Because I always remember when you're trading, cash is a position. And I know, we want to get in, we want to trade, we want to be a part of the action. But let me tell you, I like to blend up my smoothies. I don't like to be in the blender because it don't feel good. And I found myself in the blender several times in the last 9 months of me trading. And if you can preserve your capital, the moves are going to come. Like they're gonna come. It's just about being patient. And when they come, you want to have cash preserved to be able to even leverage that opportunity. And so I always remember that. I know it feels like I want to be in a trade, but Friday, some of the similar things that we're going to talk about right now, Friday, some of the things happened to the downside. I got in and then it snatched a good $100, right? Because it ended up going in the opposite direction. It was a bull trap and I fell for it all I had to do was be patient and wait for the 15-minute candle to close fully above the area, the resistance, close above fully to show that it was going in an upward trend. And then I would have been able to see it. But if I would have waited, I would have seen that it did not break that area. It stayed there and then it pulled back in the opposite direction. It was a fake out. So anyway, the other way that patience pays is it actually can pay in money, right? Because now you are getting the most high probability setups to then be able to, prosper in this game. You know what I mean? Like it's interesting because man, there could be so many bull traps, bear traps, all this stuff. Like even today on SPY, and I'm gonna actually open SPY shortly, but SPY gapped down significantly, right? So, and then it fell a little bit more, and that ended up being the bottom, right? That ended up being support. And so from there, it continued to gradually, slowly inch up. Now, there's moments of pullback. There was moments where I was going to get in thinking that it was going to pull back, but because I'm waiting for those candles to close, it ended up continuing to go up. So I did enter two other trades. I got 4% on Hood and then about 8% on Palantir. So that was great. But the thing about it is like I see this spot because I literally could have been like, you know what? I'm just gonna get a call at the beginning of the day, put my trail stops on. I could have did that. And I've done that in the past. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it does not work. So as you can see, I have a 2-year-old and she actually needs a nap right in the middle of me recording these videos. But you know what? I'm going to finish this video because I want another mom to know that you can do it, okay? With your toddler. And she is here with me as I'm trading. And it is such a blessing. I think that it is an honor for God to have opened this up for me to learn trading and to be able to do this from anywhere with my baby and really just get another skill that now I can help others along their journey as well. So I'm going to keep this video and we're going to keep it moving because I want to make sure I'm starting to get these out. But again, patience pays. So let's go ahead and look at SPY today. Okay, so on SPY, let me make sure that you can see from. Okay, so this is today. And again, SPY ended up opening up. Well, actually, it gapped down. It was at 555.56. And so this is where I was at on Friday. And I had to make the decision if I was gonna keep this or not, because my thoughts was based off the technicals and everything that it was gonna go down, but it didn't. And so that's where I lost about $100 at. But right after market close, it ended up going down like another few dollars. And then, of course, today it completely gapped down from 550, 556 all the way to 550, 58-ish. Right? Okay, so then I'm always waiting the first 15, maybe even 30 minutes, depending on what's going on, to see for the market to paint a picture. And it continued to fall some. But then after this, 10:30 range, it stayed on an upward trend. And so it's interesting because literally it kept, so even here, like you had these pullbacks, you see the pullbacks in between, but it never completely like broke to where it was a significant pullback. The overall trend was upward. And so literally if somebody did get a call, here on the lower end or anywhere in here and rolled it up, you're talking about 547-ish all the way up to 559 for the day. And so basically I'm taking mental notes of this because I see this move at least 2 to 3 times in a month. So I'm making mental notes of this to be able to study being able to add my stops or my trailing stop to be able to really capitalize on moves like that. Now, this is not every day because it could have stayed in consolidation, right? Because even there was a point of time in the middle of the day where it was like, whoa, wait, like, is this the range? Is this going to break out the range? But again, depending on if you're scalping or whatever your goals are, money could have still been made here. But it all, again, depends on what your strategy is and what makes the most sense. But again, it broke out by the time it was around 206-ish, and then being able to ride it up as well. And it actually broke the low of Friday and continued up. So let's go back. Yep. So it's interesting, but I'm excited about it. And let me actually go back and share. Yes, ma'am. Somebody's sleepy. So as you are navigating on this trading journey, remember to start journaling. The market actually has moves that it happens often or at least several times. And when you can spot it, that way you can set yourself up for success. We are in like a really great time, even though it's a lot of volatility, because we are being trained to be able to trade in a market like this. So the people who were telling me, oh yeah, last year we had a lot of upward momentum and it was just easy to trade, like it's gonna be like really easy for us when we have opportunities like that. But I know, like, again, this is not every day because there's a lot of psychology and things that's going on. This is not every day, but I do see this. And so on this trading journey, know that you can do it, because while I was watching this, some other ones were making moves, and again I was able to trade these other two stocks and make income and go from there. And then I also got my legacy tiers with long-term investments. And so again, on this trading journey, do not give up. Go back, look at what you did. How can you continue to improve? Really analyze the chart, see what moves it continues to make. And that way you can start studying it and see when you notice it in the future. One thing also is it kept forming higher highs. It kept forming these higher highs. So I could have literally just been taking it level to level, right? With a tighter stop, or depending on, I would have made a decision on what the stop would have looked like, or a trailing stop. So I'm about to put my baby down for a nap. Just wanted to come on. I'm Denisha on a mission, spreading these words of wisdom and these seeds, like planting these seeds as we continue to grow in our trading journey. This is the trading garden, and it's a lot of abundance. It's a lot of abundance. And we don't even need to be all over the place doing all kind of stocks. People talk about diversifying, yes, but there's a time and place for all that. And if you are getting in and out the market and you're scalping, you are day trading, you're swing trading. Swing trading is very interesting in this climate. Let me just say that, because you can have some of the best setups and look at the technicals could be saying everything, but then some news come out and it completely goes opposite. It completely changes it. So just be careful on that. And yeah, you got this. Keep going. Again, this is an honor. This is something that if you do have trades that don't go well, I also sometimes look at that as like market tuition, because if I'm purchasing ads and doing referral programs and purchasing materials and things for my business, I mean those are costs that got to be covered. And that's kind of, I mean, it's just the nature of this. But again, we continue to make wiser decisions as we continue to grow in it. And as I continue to learn, I want to come on here and share part of this journey. Also document my process. And because I'm gonna be excited. A year from now, there's no telling. But I am locked in and committed. And I'm excited for you on this journey as well. And then even when your baby needs a nap and is screaming, those who get it, get it. And I mean, she's going to be able to learn this too. And you're going to be able to teach your kids. So have the best day and go back, look at your trades. Okay. We gotta be studying and learning. Write down things that you could have did better. You never want to do again. I mean, I got my whole list of don't you do. Don't you do it. You got many examples of when you did this and it didn't work out. Are you in the middle of a trade? Don't do it. Are you at the top of it? Rethink it. Like, so anyway, I'm being funny, but yeah, I really want to go analyze so that you can continue to improve and grow and know that the opportunities are coming. If you can make, I love Isaiah with the Prosperity Collective, because like if you can make $1, you can make $1 million. So I like to say, if you can make $1, you can make 100. If you can make 100, you can make 200. If you can make 200, you can make 1,000. Whatever, you can make it. And so being able to have that blueprint, then now you just buy more contracts, you buy more shares. Also, you got to have the leverage to do that. So cash is a position. Remember that. And remember, patience pays. We didn't already drunk the smoothie, but this patience pays smoothie was good. All right. All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye. See ya.